Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
After Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To look at Jared Goff bringing out the Rams offense. And, Charles, what a ride it has been for him the first 3 seasons. Because you think about the start of his career, people saying, wait, this guy may be a bust. Rams went 0-7 with him as a starter. All of a sudden now he's guided them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's the quickest any quarterback taken a #1 overall to get to a Super Bowl. So as you mentioned, you go year 1 where everyone's saying he's a bust and he'll never make it, to being the quickest to get there. How about his completion percentage? It's gone up better than 10 percentage points in 3 years. He's about 65% now. What a season. 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, nearly 4,700 yards passing this season, and unquestionably the leader of their offense.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down. Gurley, of course, was right in the mix for a rushing title, but missed the final couple weeks of the year and ended up finishing third with 1,251 yards, but did have a league-high 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, the first since Sean Alexander in 2003, 2004 to lead the NFL in total touchdowns 2 years running. How about 2 years in a row he doesn't get a chance to win a rushing title? This year because of injury, the year before because they rested him in the last game. And the first year he said, it doesn't matter much. This year he admitted he really wants to win one of those rushing titles.
And you know one surprising nugget is that he's the only guy to rush for 1,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the gun on third down. Gone. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. He got 29 yards that time. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career. And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one. At Kent State, right? Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good. Sony Michel, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Brady to throw on second down. And the first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, who are you? We need you on those plays.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, before this next drive, I'm curious to get your thoughts. If you look at the Super Bowl from the perspective of the Rams offense versus the Pats defense, because Jared Goff only 1 touchdown pass in the Rams 2 playoff wins, and then, what do you make of the whole Todd Gurley situation?
Yeah, just 5 touches, 2 drop passes in the NFC Championship game. As he said after the ball game, I was sorry. He didn't play well. He didn't mean he was sorry to the fans. He played in a very sorry state. I don't expect that to continue. He's too good, too talented. I would expect a big game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
As this Patriots offense comes back out, Charles, how do they match up with the Rams defense? It's one thing's for sure. We know that they can have guys appear out of nowhere. You remember James White with a hat trick of touchdowns in Super Bowl 51. Who's it going to be this year?
Well, they have so many guys to pick from, and you don't think about their offense as having a bunch of superstars, but then you start going down the line. Don't forget Gronk. He can play with anyone, you know that. How about this year with Sony Michel, the rookie runner? 53 carries in their 2 playoff wins. Julian Edelman, Mr. Third Down. Chris Hogan makes big catches. Oh, yeah, that's right. Rex Burkhead scored the winning touchdown against Kansas City. You go on and realize they have weapons all over the place. It's going to be fun to watch them match up with the Rams defense.
And that Pats O-line needs to stop Mr. Donald, don't they?
They certainly do. And so far in the playoffs, Tom Brady's been sacked 0 times.
First and 10. Here's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still, a lot of guys to account for.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Brady throwing on second down to Michelle on the screen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
220, 380, 31.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And a dump off to White. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brady already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
20, 380, 72.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Wait, 20. 3 down, these two.
On second down, here's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Wait, 20, 380. Wait.
Shotgun now for Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Gronkowski, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day. Since Super Bowl 36, got this whole Patriots thing kick-started, literally, out of Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. Plenty of scoring here already. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, 27 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
20! Wait, 20!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Brady now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
20! Wait, 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
On the right. Ozzie!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Ram! Wait again!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Let's go up. No, 66.
On 2nd down, Michel. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Wait 20! 380! 53 Linda! Sugar!
Now White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Now he'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Operating from the gun, Brady. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Brady finding Hogan on 3rd down, and the Patriots able to convert. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Stop!
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's caught. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The point after try for Gronkowski. Gronkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's got this down to the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, gone. Underneath to Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down L.A. Goff finding Higbee. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley from 8 yards out. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Brady now on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Let's go.
Brady now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Right. Wait, 20. 220.
from the gun. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Wait 20!
On 1st down, Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wait 20!
Now Brady again. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Fourteen seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. A very solid gain of 27.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, and we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
20!
On first and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on second down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Edelman set to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way
and the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
29, Alpha. 53, Linda.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He got 29 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Wait 20!
Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat them.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And now Edelman. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Wait, 20! 380! Second! Right left! Push it!
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hogan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Sugar! Wait, 10!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. Edelman was the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Block 20!
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another carry now for Gurley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. way. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big run there by Gurley. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So Gurley gashes the defense. And a lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you. But even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods from 8 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
They said, like 20. Rip.
A give. This is Michelle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wait 20. Wait 20. 21.
They'll run with White. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Michelle. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
20, 29, Alpha. Go up. No, 66.
Brady going to throw. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. Wiggles free. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
20! 20! 72!
Shotgun now for Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's Goff now on second down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, it's gone. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. From the red zone now, Goff over the middle, complete. It's Woods, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is gone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So now the Pats offense comes on, and they'll try for the 2-point conversion.
220, 380. Blue. Regular.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be out right at the 35. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Goff on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff throwing again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. To the air again. Goff. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. A shotgun snap for Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
Now, 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap 1st down. Now, you still won't get a 1st down even if you do exactly the same thing.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's gone. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Adrian Claiborne able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Patriots offense now. They worked their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll go left side here with Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And it's Michel once again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Wait, 20! 20! Sugar!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And right side, caught, Hogan. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down to the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.